Now, if you're going to be out fishing in the cold, you need to be sure that you are fully prepared for it. If you're not warm and you're not cozy, you're not going to be enjoying yourself, and as a result of that, you're not going to want to be there. So today we're having a look at the new Tundra gear from Fortis, which has been made to the highest spec possible. Now, a lot of fishing companies will go to a factory, they'll pick their clothing, they'll have their logo slapped on it, and then it'll go on the shelves. Whereas Fortis like to go the extra mile. And what do I mean by that? Well, first of all, this gear has been in development for nearly 4 years now, I believe. So, it's been through a few winters, some of the harshest conditions that you're going to face whilst fishing in England or in Europe. And rather than just take something off the shelf, they've actually sourced the materials from different places, and they get sent to the factory that puts it together under their own specifications. And they've actually been looking at the skiing world for inspiration. So, the insulation that's used in these is called Primaloft or Primaloft, and that is something that you'll find in a lot of the high-end ski gear. And as a result of that, Fortis actually have to get a license to be able to use this material. It's actually rated to -15 with the Salopettes and -20 with the jacket. So that any conditions that you're going to face in Europe whilst carp fishing, you're going to be absolutely cozy and snug whilst wearing this kit. Now, as far as features are concerned, we've got 2 big pockets on the jacket, which are lined with a lovely snug and warm lining to keep your hands super warm. There's also the pockets on the inside, which is sort of mesh, elasticated mesh. And then there's also your phone pocket or your receiver pocket, if you like. But the clever thing about this is, rather than have it on the inside and you have to open the main zip and let all the cold air in, the zip runs alongside the main zip, so you can access it without letting the cold in. Simple little feature, but a great idea. Now, the material itself is Triflex. It's rated to, 25,000 mil hydrostatic head, which is as high as you're going to get it in the fishing industry. What that basically means is how much water pressure it takes before it actually allows water through it. Like I say, you're not going to find anything else in the fishing industry that's rated as high as this is. And the same on the breathability factor as well. Super breathable stuff, so you're not going to be getting sweaty and clammy. You're able to stay warm, and it's breathable material at the same time. So moving on to the Salopettes. Now, if you've not worn a pair of Salopettes before, you really don't know what you're missing out on. Normally, when you've got your normal trousers and a normal jacket, cold air is able to get in through the sides here, but because the insulation on these goes all the way up to, just underneath your armpit and all the way up your chest, held in place by these straps, then that cold air is not able to get in there. And I cannot tell you how much of a big difference this makes whilst being out on the bank. All the flaps, the zips have obviously got their stormproof flaps on there, so they're fully waterproof. And again, with the mobile phone stroke receiver pocket, they've done exactly the same thing. They've run it up the side of the main zip, so you haven't got to let the cold air in to access that. So moving down to the legs, on the bottom here, you've got a nice long zip with that storm flap covering, so there's no chance of the water getting in. And then the reason for that is obviously you can put your wellies on and then zip it down over the outside of them to keep you all snug and warm. Now, they're available in the DPM camo or in the olive. I've gone for the camo trousers, or Salopette, sorry, just because if you're kneeling down, then obviously they're going to end up getting a little bit dirty around the knees, and the camo just camouflages that dirt, if you like. Now, I was only given these yesterday, so I've not been able to give them a full test yet, but I did have a walk in the jacket last night and it was super snug. And I've had them on this morning in temperatures of about, when I got here, I think it was an air temperature of about -1. And I have been really warm and cozy since I put these on. Now, moving on to the actual hood of the jacket itself, Again, super lined, thick, cosy hood, which has actually got a toggle on the back, which when you tighten it up, it pulls it tighter against your head. So I've actually already got that tightened up. So if I loosen that off, you'll see, you know, there's quite a lot of space in there, quite a lot of space where the cold air could get. So if you just tighten that up at the back, it just pulls it in around your ears and keeps your head nice and snug and warm. It's also got the storm peak on the top here, which is kind of adjustable, as in, you know, it's got rigidity to it, which can be moulded to the shape how you want it. Now the material itself is actually known as Triflex, so it's super flexible material, super durable, it's fully waterproof, fully taped seams, and what I've noticed about it is it's not restrictive in any way, shape or form. So when you need to be casting or moving about, you know, there's no restriction there, even when it's fully done up. Plenty of movement in the arms. If they're casting, going to have no issues whatsoever. So as I said, you know, this is the highest spec, warmest clothing that you're going to find in the fishing industry. It has been tested over 4 years, so you know, it's been put through the most severe conditions and has proved itself perfectly well. Now another nice little touch with the jacket is this little section of soft material up the top here, and what that means is that when you're fully zipped up, your chin is not rubbing against the cold zip. Nice bit of attention to detail there. So yeah, I think that runs through most of the main key features. Obviously you've got adjustable cuffs here, and then you've got a lining inside that as well, which you can put your thumb through, keep your hands nice and snug, but that lining also just ensures that the cold air can't get up your sleeves, and yeah, you're going to keep lovely and warm. So I must say, fully impressed with this. Now obviously when it comes to the price of the Tundra gear, you're not looking at the cheapest stuff on the market. This has been made to the highest spec with the highest quality materials, 4 years in development. So, you know, you are going to pay a bit more, but like I said, you know, you're not going to find anything in the fishing world as warm and cozy as this, that's been designed to such a high spec. And the best bit about it is you could actually be in with a chance of winning a set for yourself. So all Carp Angle Gold Card members on the website, those paying $7.99 a month, will be going into a draw to win a set of these at the end of the month. Not just these, but there'll be a few other prizes as well, but this is the sort of first prize, if you like, for this month. So yeah, that's me sorted for the winter, fully kitted out, not going to be cold wherever I go. Very impressive clothing that I'm sure you'll agree once you see it. Top stuff.